taste this. A little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. Just blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you cursed his name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good, game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S.
Oh, it feels good. It feels good that we finally, we have won. Just win, baby. You feel me? I feel good. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, in all honesty, man, this was a great win overall. There's some things that were a little tweaked, but overall, we won, man. We won. I feel good, man. You already know. Raiders all day, every day, man. Just win, baby. We finally won. We got that win against the Denver Donkeys, Denver Broncos. So that's right. You feel me? We beat them. We beat them pretty much by 9 points, which is better than what I expected. I thought it was gonna be a 3 point game, but we did it right. Overall, the balance of the game was good. Everything was good from top to bottom. Everything was good. So I'm enjoying this win. I know you guys are enjoying this win. I already see everybody going crazy, man, that we got to win. And I know it ain't the Super Bowl, but the fact that we pushed away from being on 4, I'm happy, right? So shout out to everybody in here, man. Hopefully everybody had a blessed day. I know I'm having a blessed day. I know when the Raiders win, it's a good day, right? You feel me? Start playing some Ice Cube. It was a good day, right? But shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, hopefully everybody had a great week and great day. And just win, baby. We just won, right? Let's do this all day, every day. Let me see. Let me see who's up in here. Shout out to Robert Pena. What's good, Robert Pena? Black Trunks Podcast. What's good? What's good? Michael Guerrero. What's good, Michael? I know you happy, brother. Shout out to Kyle Hope, my brother. What's good, man? Jaw Raiders in the building as well. Terrence, the King of Moderators, is in the building too. What's good? Let me see who else in. Egalitarian. What's good, Egalitarian? What's good? What's good? KJ Hendricks. What's good, my brother? Keith Meeks. Finally, I know, right? I know, right? Shout out to Shadow. What's good? What's good? Jaw Raider. What's good? Egalitarian. What's good? Let me see what's in here. Circus Raider. What's good? Salute to SC in the Nation. Just one baby. Also, shout out to Hefe KC thinking he was safe and wasted chat. But fortunately for him, I'm a mod there. The meth head crybaby ain't safe from me. I know he's a he's a little baby, man. I'm not even get started on that guy. Shout out to Freddie Chavez. What's good, man? Raiders 805 is in the building as well. Raiders defense only had 7 points in the second half. Hey, this defense, we're gonna talk about it right now, man. We're gonna talk about it. Shout out to Cool Kevin in the building as well. Anthony Estrada as well. What's good? Salute to the truly killer lunchable stacker track riding. He does wear his sunglasses at night. The SC experience. Just celebrating this one a little bit. Of course, work ain't done. Back to work on Tuesday. You already know, man. Let's be happy that we won today, man. Take this day today to talk about all the positives, and then tomorrow I'll have my Monday's mailbag and break down what else went wrong, right? But today on my channel, you see a bunch of things that we did positive, right? There's a lot of things, right? The defense in the second half, the last 2 games have only allowed 7 points, and that's what's crazy, right, Terrence? Shout out to Max Crosby, man. Max Crosby is a fucking baller, man. We've been knowing this. That boy Max Crosby is the real deal, and he's gonna continue showing why he's the real deal. This guy continues to get back there tackle for losses, sacks, everything, QB hits, everything possible. He's doing his best at. So shout out to Max Crosby. Another guy I got to give some props to is overall this pass rush. I'm gonna add Chandler Jones in that mix. I'm not saying Chandler Jones had an amazing game, good game. He had a decent enough games, made the other team really hold. And towards the tail end of the game, he started coming alive as far as pressures goes. But like I said, I'm not giving him fully credit, but I have to give him a little bit of credit for what he has done. Another guy I want to give credit on that defense is Amik Robertson. No, I'm not like others where it's like Amik Robertson deserves a game ball because yes, he did have a return for the touchdown. Hey, props to him. He made people miss tackles. Good job. Hey, hell yeah. Haven't done that in 3 years that the defense scored a touchdown. But he did get burned multiple times. And at the end of the day, like I said, uh, shout out to Amik Robertson. I'm not that high on him still, but the fact that he still balled out with tackle for losses, like I said, he's always been good at tackling and tackle for losses and all those things. But besides that, he did decent the last 2 games, right? So at the end of the day, shout out to Amik for giving us a touchdown that we haven't had in 3 years for the defense, right? Another guy I want to give a lot of credit to is honestly Billings. I think Billings had a pretty good game on that defensive line as well. I think overall, like I said, this pass rush really did its job, especially in the second half. The secondary didn't look too, it looked a little bit shaky at times, right? Like I said, I'm not gonna do too much of pointing out the bad stuff until tomorrow once we start getting back on page and back on our focus on Kansas City. But right now, the focus is on the win. And like I said, I'm trying to talk about the positive and try to keep the negative away. But there is that one play, and that's all I'm gonna say. Where they were running a cover four with 2 safeties in the back, and that one play of Trayvon Merrick late reaction, those kind of worry me sometimes. But who cares? We still get the dub, right? On the other side of the ball, I gotta give exactly Josh Jacobs. Boy, oh boy, finally Josh Jacobs gets the burn he deserves, and he got it, and he made the most out of it. This guy is a certified baller and is really playing for a contract. This is his contract year, so we could see why he's pushing it to the level. But besides that, this guy has been doing damn well, right? Um, Another guy that I want to give a lot of credit to is overall this offensive line, especially during the run game. I think this offensive line really stepped up. They need to clean up some things as far as penalties goes, but they really have stepped it up. Devontae Adams got 100 yards. Let's go, man. People were asking why did Devontae Adams get too much? There you go, man. You got easy 100 yards, right? Derek Carr did just enough to win. Some mistakes in the red zone, throwing it away. I don't like it. You got to make something out of nothing, right? But hey, like I said, I'm trying to not do too much of shitting on this team because at the end of the day, we got this dub. They and Josh McDaniels, finally, you do what's right and you run the ball. Shout out to Zamir White. I've been screaming for Zamir White to get some burn. Zamir White gets his best runs in the outside when it's pitching, and on the outside. That's his best running ability when it's in the outside. And what happened? In his second run, he only ran twice, but in his second run, it was a crucial down, and he gets more than 15 yards on the play running outside, a pitch to the outside. Shout out to Zamir White for that run as well. Derek Carr started using his legs, and like people said, people want to see Carr run. He's starting to run, y'all. Little by little, he's starting to get momentum, right? Over and Waller. Besides that one drop, Waller had an amazing block for Zamir White. Multiple times he ended up catching the ball, right? So at the end of the day, everybody did just enough to win, right? In fact, I think Zamir White deserves more reps than Brandon Bolden, in my opinion. In my opinion, right? But shout out to Top Beats. He says Chandler Jones was matched against Denver's weak side on the O-line. Jones still sucks and he'll show next week. Yeah, I mean, it's back-to-back weeks that he's been going against the horrible right. Last week, they had a backup right tackle, a rookie right tackle. He couldn't do anything. And this week, he went against he took advantage of this week, truly. Shout out to Aaron Tweet. You're right about Billings. He handled his business. Yeah, shout out to Billings, man. Shout out to Melon Boy. We're going to I'm not gonna go there yet, but shout out to Van City Raider. What's good, Van City? Good to see you, brother. Um, Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Exactly. Exactly. Shout out to Vitaly Reese. Been waiting on this, Eric. You already know, man. K Hop, Not gonna lie, good game, Eric. We got a Broncos fan here giving us a good game. Shout out to K Hot, man. Good game, brother. Shout out to Circus. Congrats to our team, except for whoever thought that the onside kick was a good idea. Hope you wake up with ashy elbows for the dumb idea. I know. When I seen that, I was like, what the fuck are we gonna start doing? Shout out to Dominic5. Shout out to Raider Earn, man. What's good, Earn? What's good, Westside Media? Sean Johnson says Jacobs gained a career high 110 yards, rushing yards on 18 carries inside the tackle, plus 35 rushing yards over expected. Jacobs led the NFL in both rushing. And guys, we averaged 80 yards overall, about 80 yards as a team as a whole, 81. We got over 200 yards rushing today. That's double than what we average. And that's what happens when you start running the ball. Last two games, Carr's running like he was in 2014. Exactly, Terrence. He's starting to get it going. Last week he showed a little bit of it. Now he's doing it more. Now he just needs to utilize that in the red zone, not complain and just throw it away. If a play goes wrong, try to make the most out of it, man, because he had an opportunity to run it for a touchdown instead of 3 points. But besides that, like I said, this offense has a lot of positive notes. What's positive about it is that it hasn't fully clicked. But the fact that we're starting to run the ball, right? And hopefully they continue that against the Chiefs next week, right? And also, a positive, this offense continues to go downfield. Their only problem is the red zone. That is a good sign because they're starting to go downfield like it's nothing. Now they got to clean up that red zone, like I said, and these guys will put up more points. They need to set Bolden and let our rookies get some burn. And I think Zamir White, man, deserves a lot more burn, man. Waller with the catch on the goal line. Yeah, exactly. You cannot go with 3 points when you're half a yard away from the touchdown. You cannot. You cannot. And those things have to get fixed up. A shout out to Raiders 805. Josh motherfucking Jacobs got me 43 points in fantasy. There you go, man. Shout out to Snoops Hernandez and Red Brad last. What's good, man? I guess S.C is too hot Hollywood to say hello to her. And I did say hello to him. Shout out to Snoops. I even sent him the link to pull up, and he still hasn't pulled up. He gone Hollywood. Shout out to Snoops. What's good, Snoops? Shout out to my brother Pyro, man. What's good, Pyro? They should have a team meeting each week to discuss issues among themselves. Yeah. And hopefully we've seen that, right? I know right now they're celebrating. We're celebrating. Hey, it's good to get a win, man. We're away from 0-4. The worries we had were 1-3, man, and I'm glad. Hollywood earned, right? Shout out to Raider Twan. What's good, Twan? What's good, Twan? What's good, my brother? Our red zone needs to improve, but glad we got the win. Facts. And that's what I have so much confidence in, right? If they just clean up that red zone, you guys know how many points we would have been winning by against the Broncos or against last week, the Tennessee, or against the Cardinals. We would have had a lot more points on the board, and we would have easily been a top three offense if we just clean up those red zone. Our red zone defense is another thing too, but that's for later. But finally, McDaniels does what's right, and it's run the ball. You run the ball 20 plus times, you're most likely going to win. We're 8-2 when Josh Jacobs gets more 20 plus carries, I believe. And that's exactly right, because Josh Jacobs is the type of back is when you're running him, he's gonna give you all. And that guy is a guy that's playing for a contract. And when a guy's playing for a contract, you're gonna get extra effort. And that's what you're seeing. When he got tackled, he didn't go down. He would keep pushing. And that's what I like to see, right? Josh Jacobs, Josh motherfucking Jacobs, play for your contract, boy. That's what I like to see. This offensive line has been looking good. Shout out to Andre James coming back and having a fucking good ass game. Andre James, I got to give a lot of credit to Andre James. That boy balled out today coming back from injury. That boy, man. That boy, fucking Andre James, man. Opened up gaps. Dylan Parham had a little bit of a shakeup, not realizing a stunt. But besides that, this offensive line is starting to get better and better. They're still rotating a lot of it, but they're starting to get better and better. And I got somebody backstage, man. My brother here, man. You seen him on the West Side Experience yesterday. Now you're seeing him today on the post game, and I know he's feeling good, man. We won. His boy Josh Jacobs has a phenomenal game, and I think is the MVP of that offense. West Side Media up in here, man. What's good, brother?
Huh? I seem to remember somebody saying Josh Jacobs was going to have a big game.
You
Was
also
that
said
you?
you were worried about this game. That was another thing.
I was worried about this game, and I'm glad these motherfuckers finally proved me wrong. And if that's gonna be the winning formula, then I'm about to doubt these motherfuckers again come this Wednesday, and hope they prove me wrong again next Sunday. God damn it! Nah.
Exactly, man. Hey, I'm feeling good though, man. Oh, it feels good to get a win, man. It's like a little bit of weight is off the shoulder, like a little bit, not all of it, but a little bit. It's like, damn, we needed this desperately, especially going after KC. Because if you see how Patrick Mahomes is playing today,
Whee!
that boy is playing backyard football with these Buccaneers, man. And Patrick Mahomes
Did
is
you see that
no
shit
fucking
earlier?
joke. That
Did
boy,
you see
bro,
that shit?
broke 2 tackles and like, doop, bro, what the fuck? That's some weird
Like
shit.
you was just throwing a dart or something at a dartboard, bro. That shit was
That
crazy.
shit's crazy. Shout out to LV Maximus, man. What up, LV? Yes, Perriman is with the concussion. He got a concussion today, man. Speedy recovery to that guy, man. But he was balling out when he was out there on the
He
field. Tackle for
was.
loss after tackle for loss. And I love that
Cool
about him.
Kev. What do you mean? I told you guys we were gonna win 46-0. You guys, bro, you guys give me no credit, bro. This is some bullshit.
I don't think it's so much that Josh Jacobs is playing for a contract. Josh Jacobs has always run like that. The difference this year is Josh is healthy and the online is blocking better. I think that he's always had it in him, right? He would have got 1,000 yards if he didn't get injured last season, and if he would have got a little bit more touches in the beginning, right? The guy even got 1,000 yards his rookie season, right? And he had 12 touchdowns last year. And I don't get why we go away from the run in the red zone, right? We run it once, yes, tackle for loss, but then you go away from it, and then you get Carr to throw it out twice, right? But like I said, I'm not trying to really base it too much of that. You'll see a lot of that tomorrow on my show again. But trust me, hey, I just love that we keep going downfield. And even though that sometimes it's 3 points, this offense, once they clean up that red zone, we're gonna look so fucking good, man.
Once it finally hits, it's going to hit.
Facts, bro. And talk to me about this game, man. What did you like about both sides of the football, man? They played a complete game. I love it.
I like the fact that we had our backup defensive backs out there, and they was even like
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily balling, but they was holding their own. You know what I mean?
No,
There's
fact.
nothing really to complain about. Amik did get cooked a couple times, but I mean, bro, the plays that he did make is just like, bro, we can forget about him getting cooked those little couple times. It's in a
Yeah,
DB's job description at the end of the day to get cooked every now and then. You
yeah.
feel me? So to think that you can have a DB that's never gonna get beat is fucking insane.
Fact. And what's crazy is that, you know, when you look at this defensive back room, it's shaking up, right? You don't got Rock Ya-Sin. You don't got Anthony Averett. You just got Nate Hobbs back. And they, like Ern said, they hold their own, man, and it gives me so much faith. And look it, like I said, I'm not gonna say Amik has made me eat my words because he did make a play and then he got burned the next 2 plays. But at the end of the day, the guy's starting to learn the game of
Yep.
football at the NFL level. You're starting to see little glimpses of him learning, and that's good. That is good. He's starting to progress and progress, progress. He's not there yet, but he's starting to progress, and he gives us a lot of good depth. And like I said, he's best at tackling and reading the gaps and all that. And exactly, you seen it today on show. That fumble I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Amik returning it. Yes, Amik got the return. Shout out to him. He made people miss touchdowns. I mean, miss tackles and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta give credit to who made that hit to force it, and that's Deron fucking Harmon. Back-to-back weeks
Yes.
where he causes a takeaway. Last week was an interception. This week is a forced fumble. And there you go, man. And I got somebody backstage, man. He's in Vegas right now. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear some background noise behind him. He's at the Ahern, you feel me?
He
You'll
ain't
probably hear some
smoking this
background
shit
noises.
though.
Hey, I got a victory shot ready, bro. Right here, right here. That boy of a car.
Oh,
Right here, man.
he
I'm
got a
ready.
shorty
I'm
40.
ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to take a victory shot. But I got somebody backstage, man. Like I said, the king of the brown crackers. 2-for-1, baby. Raider Twan in the building. What's good, Twan?
What's up,
What's
Hey,
good,
Twizzle?
you
brother?
know what I'm saying? Hey, for some reason the brown crackers taste a little different today. You know what I'm saying? They
I
taste
know,
a
right?
little different.
I know, right?
Hey, what's
I
good?
know, right?
Salute to everybody. Blessings to you, both of y'all. SC, you know what I'm saying? My bro Ern.
You already
Hey,
know, man.
Yes, sir.
Today again, the brown crackers taste a little different. I'm just saying.
You feel me? I wish I was on like Twitch and affiliate so I could play some like Ice Cube in the background, but I can't. We're on YouTube. I would have been taken down quick, but fuck. Hey, today is a good day, right? Watching the
What up?
game, we're getting killed by KC. We'll talk about KC later on in the week once we preview
Egalitarian,
it.
what's
But
going on?
shout out to Chowder, shout out to Egalitarian, shout out to Fade to Black, shout out to everybody in the building popping in slowly, man. Shout out to Snoops. Mac Hollins made a great play saving the ball in the goal line on special teams from going into the end
Yeah.
zone. That boy Mac Hollins is making me eat my words week in and week out, and that's exactly what I want to see. Mac Hollins,
Yeah,
shout
didn't you
out to
say
you,
you
brother.
wanted? Didn't you say Keelan Cole over Mac Hollins or some wild shit like that?
Fuck yeah. Because did you see the preseason how good Keelan Cole was better than Mac Hollins? We see
Bro,
more
what the
clips of
hell
Mac
did you
Hollins.
have in that shorty 40?
Bro, you cannot tell me looking at
That's
the
a
first
shorty
4 games of the preseason.
that's a 40-ounce of fentanyl.
That
huh?
boy Mac Hollins had 1 reception in the preseason and it was a tackle for loss, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? That's why I base my analysis on the field play, okay? And he's making me eat my words.
Keisha Cole need to stay with singing. You know what I'm saying? Keisha Cole need to stay with singing.
Yeah, and I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong
say
about Mac Hollins.
Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole ain't working.
Keisha.
Hey, is Tyron Johnson still on this team?
Hey, I don't know if Tyron's on this team, bro. I heard number one. And I was like, who's that?
I don't know. I don't know if he's still on the team.
He did make. Wasn't there some kind of shit where he fucked the play up? Somebody ran into him because he was out of position or some shit?
Yeah. Where's DJ Turner? Facts. I don't know where the fuck I think he's hurt, isn't he? If I'm not mistaken, I think he's hurt.
I thought DJ Turner was IR.
Yeah, I think he's hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But Mac Hollins is playing well. He's playing well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I gotta give credit for Waller, right? Besides that one drop he had, he started coming to his own. He had that great block against Zamir White. When Zamir White walked, he fucking pushed that guy all the way to the out of bounds. He also caught the rest of it, right? And hey, he bounced back in my opinion. Without no Foster Moreau, Waller really did step up back. I'm not saying he still needs to clean up some things, but overall he looked good, right? Another guy that I want to talk about is just I can't, bro. This offensive line, all they need to do is clean up those penalties. But besides that, these guys are starting to look good, bro. I don't know how you guys feel about the offensive line. I feel good about them.
I think. Oh, go ahead, Ern. Go ahead.
Mine's just me real quick. I feel like Thayer Munford is still going to be he's still the weak spot of the line. He didn't look too good to me, but the rest of the line, they stepped up when they needed to. I was going to point out the one play where dude came off the left offensive right and got there free, but that was more like that was more like a hiccup in our protection because nobody even picked him up or nothing. So I'm not really going to count that against the players. That's more of like just the scheme. So yeah, I'm not even going to count that against him. I'm going to give our offensive line an A to A- for the day.
Yeah.
I think overall, I'm gonna say overall because I don't want to go too far into it because I want to dive into the tape later on tonight. But overall, this O line as a team is progressing, and that's all that we can ask for them. There's some things definitely that they need to clean up to make them an even better overall offensive line. But I think they're ticking. You know, they're on the uptrend. I'll say it like that. Not saying that they have everything perfect, but they're on the uptrend. And right now, that's all that we can ask is that anybody, even like a Meek Robinson, all we want them to do is just get better and better as they progress. So that's it for
Max, man. And yeah, I see people talk about Luminar. Yeah, Luminar looks a little shaky at times, but I mean, like I said, this offensive line, like Twan said, is progressing, man. It's really progressing, and I love to see it. It's continuing week in and week out, getting better. Same thing with Carr. He's starting to come up to his own. He started to be a little bit more mobile. Last week, you've seen glimpses. Now you're seeing a little bit more. He had that 15-plus yard run. He would have not done that week one because week one, he hardly even ran. Now he's running. So now people, I'm not seeing too much of why is Carr running? Because he's been running. That boy's running now. He's starting to get out of the pocket, and I love to see that, right? There was that one sack, and I don't want to hear anybody say that's Carr's fault because I think Parham missed the stunt, and that guy just went bullet straight through the gap, and Carr's tried stepping up, and that guy was just too fast for him. But, guys, I got to talk about this guy, and I got to continue talking about this guy. That boy, Max Crosby, I'm so glad we have him for a long fucking time, bro. This boy.
Hey, Raider Ed, how are you?
Shout out to Raider Ed for life. What up, sis? And Raider Dez. What's good, man? Good to see you guys. Hope all is well, and hopefully you guys are having a good day because I know on my panel, me and everybody out here, we having a good day. We won. We won. I know we're 1-3, but it's better than being 0-4. It's better than being 0-4. And Andre James
Man.
back. Like I said, Andre James is a baller. I'm glad he came back from injury and balled out, man. And yes, outside of Lumen, O-line looked solid today. But yeah, hey, we got a defensive touchdown. Finally.
We ain't had one of those in 3 years.
Golly.
God damn, bro. I was like, fuck, bro.
Hey, I almost my eye was sweating a little bit when I saw that, man. I'm just gonna say
your eye was sweating?
My eye was sweating a little bit. Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I heard that one before.
Shout out to Desi Cardenas, man. Black Trucks Podcast was good, man. Good to see you guys here, man. If you guys can't hit that like button for me, that would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe to my panel as well, man. Twan and Westside Media, man. You guys already know, man. Yesterday Outdoors and Westside Media, I think just like that. Make sure to go follow them too. But hey, we got 51 people over here, man. Like I said, hit that like button. It'll help the channel out a lot. And if you like the content and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, man. We're at 1.34 now. We're rising up. Let's continue pushing it. But yeah, so back to the Raiders. Hey, Josh McDaniels, man. I'm so glad he finally did what the nation's been doing. Some of the play calls have still been iffy, but he ran the ball. And that's all I could ask for. And we got the thing. And Pyro said, Link, that boy Pyro wants to pull up. Let's have Pyro pull up real quick, man.
Pyro's going to be on camera. What?
But Pyro feeling good. You know, if he wants to be on a panel, you know he's feeling good. Let me see. Let me try to find him.
I think he was out in Vegas too.
Was he? Oh yeah, he was.
I think he was out in Vegas.
Let me find Pyro. Pyro, where the hell is your? Oh, I forgot. You go by note.
Eric, we won our game today. Hit some weed, bro.
Hit some weed. Nah, I got. I'm ready to. I'm a drinker. You know this, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. As he's doing it, I was, I said it. I think
your IG, Pyro.
I think McDaniels kind of stepped out of his own, his own MO, to make sure that the game was presented a little better than what he's done in the past. I think there was fire, not fired, but there was fire kind of put under his butt a little bit last week with Mr. Davis, having a conversation with him, and then also there was fire put in our players. You know what I'm saying? Having that coaches meeting. I mean, not coaches meeting, players meeting. So and it showed that that they responded to whatever that call was. We don't know what the call was, but there was a call that was put out, and obviously whatever was said, it benefited us this week.
Yeah, and honestly, like I hope this week, winning and seeing how many carries and seeing the yards of rushing. Hopefully, McDaniels takes that, and if he is out of his comfort zone, right? Hopefully, he goes and be like, okay, this worked. Hey, screw it. Let's start designing plays that's gonna help us win with this rushing game, and let's do it against Kansas City because. Yeah,
it's a new concept. I mean, what do you know? You run the ball and it works. I mean, what? Why is this like? Why should this shit be new to him? Motherfucker, run the ball. It opens up the passing. If you come out and you pass the ball every fucking play, come the fourth quarter, what does the defense think you're going to do?
Yeah.
Fact. Shout out to Bambino. He says, "Sup, SEF the Trojans." Come on, man. We just won yesterday too, man. Shit. Shout out to Bambino, man, and everybody else in here. Hopefully, I didn't skip anybody. Hey, Pyro, check your Instagram. Like the video for the algorithm. You're here, Black Trucks, man. Hit that like button, guys. It'll greatly appreciate it. You can see McDaniels coaching up Derek Carr about the possession that they just had. That it's serious. Yeah, the camera angle showed them too. They were both circling things and stuff like that. That's good. That's good to see. And I want them to continue to do that. Right? Get on the same page. Get this playbook down. Make sure everybody knows what they're doing, right? And that 1 3 and out, Carr got really pissed. That kind of showed me that somebody either ran the wrong route because he was like doing the motion. But still, like I said, we won. And Dirty Eric comes in here with the DC question. He says, "Fellas, what up? Question: am I the only one not impressed with DC?" I think there's a lot of people that.
Yeah, motherfucker, you're the only one.
No, I don't think he's the only one. I've been seeing it still. Especially during the game. But overall, I think DC did just enough to win. I think once he starts getting, because we know he's one of the best when it comes to the deep ball, but he hasn't shown it this year. I feel like once he gets into that rhythm, it's gonna look real scary.
I don't. And just kind of, I agree with you, Eric, but I'm gonna push back a little bit on the deep ball situation. The deep ball is not supposed to come out every game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really not, especially when you have a secondary like the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Like they're they're too good on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like you might sneak one past them, but don't expect for to be trying to throw the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying, against a secondary like that. That's why I felt that we should have ran the ball more, and we did this game because of that situation. Their secondary is been proven to be solid, and the way they execute against them is running the ball. So I'm glad McDaniels made that change in his MO to pass the ball and actually commit to the run game, because again, that helped us definitely this week.
Cool, Kev. We're not accepting any analysis from anybody that eats their hot dogs with mayonnaise.
But overall, I just really like you said, Twan. Yeah, the secondary is really damn good. You know, overall, there's I told people, man, hey, regardless of who they played, you can only play what's ahead of you, right? Pyro, it didn't work for you. Here, let me see.
Yeah, and that's going to be, and I think that's going to be also with McDaniels realizing, what I'm saying, the weaknesses of our opponents. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is going to be us throwing it down the field, and then there should be times where we're just running the ball, because guess what? They suck at freaking, stopping the run. That's why they have all these statistics of, the 32nd rank at, stopping the run, or the number 2 at stopping the run. Those are statistics that you use and you deploy whatever that is against that team. So
yeah, facts, man. And I want to give a shout out to Angel before I bring up my special guest. Eric, what's good? Finally got one game at a time. Jacobs is a beast. Salute to the panel and the Raider Nation. Salute to you, Angel. I appreciate you popping on in. But I got Pyro, and I believe he's in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
In the backstage right here, man. Pyro, what's good?
I don't. What up? What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking?
Hey, how you feeling, brother?
How do I turn
How
this
you feeling?
motherfucker? How I turn this fucking camera around, doggy?
Oh shit! It should have. I don't know, bro.
Like a little camera with like the little arrows.
You
like,
could just
coming
turn
around
your
like a
phone.
circle.
I was like, you might have to flip it around yourself.
Yeah. Here we go, right here. Hey, Pyro still out here thugging and me mugging, motherfuckers.
Ooh,
Let's
there you
go.
go. There you go. In Vegas, baby, look at Allegiant. You can see
Let's
Allegiant.
go, baby.
There
Out
you
here,
go.
beautiful. Hey, look, I got another straggler. I'm out here just making sure all the Raider Nation makes it to the Holiday Inn nice and safe. You know what I mean? If they need another beer, if they're dehydrated, they need another beer, they need another blunt. You know what I mean? Your boy Pyro's out here. You know what I mean? Still putting in work for the nation.
Hell yeah.
Much love
There
to
you go.
everybody. Twan, much
Hell yeah.
blessings.
Blessings, bro.
Everybody in the chat holding it down. Much love for everybody. The town is lit right now. You already know.
Hey,
Yes,
hell
sir.
yeah, man. We got
Yes,
that
sir.
win.
Much
Let's
love,
go.
homie. Much love. You already know. There's the Death Star, baby. Good looking
Yes,
out, everybody.
sir.
Much love. About to get lit right now at the Raider Tavern. You already know.
Hey, have
Good
fun,
shit.
brother. Enjoy.
You
Be
already
safe.
know. You guys
Have fun,
take care.
Pyro.
Good to see everybody.
Be
You already
safe
know.
out
Much
there,
love.
man.
Much love and respect to everybody. You already know.
For real.
Much love, brother. And shout out to Queen Raider Ed up in the building. What up, Queen? Good to see you. Shout out to
Hey,
Sebastian
Queen.
Gonzalez and Rafael. Rafael says, fuck the Broncos. Josh Jacobs is a fucking beast. Don't fuck with the Raider Nation, y'all. And I got somebody backstage, man, joining me for, it's been quite some while. You see me and him on the same panel, but he also has a channel. If you guys didn't know it, you already know, man. Hey, he usually fade to black, but hey, today he ain't fading because we got that win, baby. Fade to black up in the building. What's good, brother?
What's up, little brother? How you doing?
What's good, man? Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I don't know, bro. I'm feeling good. It's finally, I'm doing a fucking live where I'm not like, fuck this, man. What the
Hey,
fuck?
we got
I'm
that
like
win.
happy, bro. Like,
What
I
did Al
get it.
Davis always say? Just win, baby.
I know, right? Some people may say, Eric, it's just one win. Relax. Nah, bro. It's one win that we desperately needed, bro. Because if we went 0-4,
Yeah, we're not that one team that's winless anymore, right?
yeah,
So,
it's the Texans now. It's the Texans now. They only have a tie. and
I was trying to
losses.
catch Pyro, man. He's in Vegas right now, huh?
Yeah. And shout out to
Yeah.
Anthony Provincial as well, man. Shout out to Patrick Graham. Much better today. Patrick Graham. Thank you, man. I don't know what you did, what Franco Com did, Antonio Pierce, the whole defensive coaching staff. But you guys really made this defensive line and this pass rush come alive, man. And I love to see it. You're going against a mobile quarterback in Russell Wilson, and you did your best bet to get to him. Max Crosby, phenomenal. There was some plays that was a little iffy. That touchdown that they made, that KJ Hamler deep ball, that one kind of worried me. But besides that, they overall did their job, man. And I like it. Patrick Graham, shout out to you,
that
man.
was just Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson on that play. That's old Seattle Russell Wilson.
That boy Russell, it looked like the momentum was ours, and then he throws that, and then it's like,
bruh, all the way down to the 1 yard line on one fucking play. Like, bruh, really?
Facts.
Hey, another thing too, Eric, man, you got to give it to the team, though. They had that team meeting this week without the coaches there, man. Who knows what was said behind closed doors? But I think that was a big factor of them winning today. I think they checked each other and said, hey, man, we're going to do this. We're going to be 0-3 right now. I mean, we got Devontae Adams, we got Crowd, we got all these great players, right?
Yeah.
And they just seem like a different team. I know some people aren't too happy, you know, how they played, but we at least put 4 quarters together.
Yep.
It wasn't pretty, but you know what? I'll take that win, brother. I'll take that win. I don't care. Because you know what? We got KC. We win against KC next week. It's a whole different ball game now. It's another divisional game. We're in the mix now. And then we go through a bye week after that. So it's a whole different game, brother.
KC is filleting and sauteing Tampa Bay right now.
That offense is not no joke. The one thing is that in order to beat KC, you cannot afford, and we'll get to the preview later on in the week, next week, all right? But I would say that this is the only thing I'm going to say today about KC. The best way to beat KC is to make sure you don't make the mistakes in the red zone. You got to score on practically every red zone play, and you will end up winning. But yeah, like I said, overall, we won. We're starting to get it going, and hopefully we could progress. We could take this and take it next week and keep going. Shout out to Raiders Primo in the building. He says the entire team played like they was pissed off today, especially the defense. And JJ, shout out Cleve Farrell, Abram. I owe a big apology. He says right there, Anthony Provincia, Graham Cam was good on 1st and 30. That's fact.
Nice.
That's facts. And Anthony Provincia says, motherfucking Max. That boy Max is a baller. Mid-90s to early 2000 vibes. Hey. We all know those vibes. He says game ball goes Eric, to Amik and JJ. What's good?
Pull up the next one right after that one.
Notice
Anthony
no Z's on the chest.
Did you guys notice that? I didn't take notice to that, but did everybody? Maybe in that players only meeting, everybody got their captaincy stripped. They was like, you got to earn your shit.
I thought Carr had one on his chest today. No.
Yeah, I thought.
I didn't notice that, but I want to look back and see if that's.
I might have to look back on it.
I want to validate. I want to confirm that.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I am not sure at all.
You know, when they did show Carr, it was a picture, wasn't a live, so I don't know. That could be possibly true.
I got y'all right now.
Hey, Terrence says that's correct.
Oh shit.
That's huge right there.
Maybe that's what happened in that.
He said Primo says they've done it all season. No C's on the chest of the captains.
Is that for real?
Oh.
I don't know, bro. I hardly look at their chest, bro. Pause.
Right.
Like I just look at them play, so I don't notice that. Not saying anything weird about it. Like it's just looking at a player's jersey, anyways. But hey, Eric, I never noticed the shit.
I will say one thing, Eric. I've seen you in some lives, man, and one thing you've been pushing all year is that there hasn't been any captain stepping up, no team leaders stepping up. You have been saying that. I've seen you more than one live saying that, right?
Yeah, because in all honesty, nobody has looked at step up, but today people stepped up to the plate.
I think Fade has a follow-up question for that one. Go ahead, Fade.
Yep.
No.
Well, let me ask the follow-up. Well, what did you think of DC's leadership today?
I liked it. I think Devontae Adams is a leader because he's been expressing to everybody that he's done with this. And I think Mad Max is another one for the defense. Those are the two I would think. And Josh Jacobs are saying that he's been kind of vocal too. He runs like a beast, man. This contract year, man, he wants to, we're better than our record right now. I'm telling you right now, we could easily be 4-0. We could.
Yeah.
What I noticed was when anybody was fucking up today, when they wasn't where they were supposed to be, DC was like, "Bro, what the fuck you doing? Go, man! When you see this and this, go or stop, sit down." He was like visually, vocally getting on him. And I was like, I like that shit.
Yeah,
It probably sounded more like, "Gosh darn it! When you see him, go, gee golly." It probably sounded more like that, but
Hey. And I agree with you, Ern, but I think that was also maybe what was up in, because again, we don't know what was said in that player meeting, but I think that's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I think DC was like, look, hey, we're better than this, and now I'm really gonna hold you guys accountable to it. You know what I'm saying? And it just shows, it also shows how, and I've been saying this about the whole leadership aspect of it. It's kind of hard to be a leader if you don't fully understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got a grasp of things, how are you going to hold somebody else accountable on, on their end of it, right? So I think DC is now in a position, and we've seen it today, where it looks like he has I'm not saying he has a complete grasp of this book, but he has a decent enough grasp of this book to where now, hey, I'm going to hold you accountable to it too.
Yeah, and Twan, he gets a lot of heat, man. I mean, he'll throw the rock and they drop the ball, and they always blame DC. Or he'll throw the ball to Renfro. He fumbles twice, and he doesn't get any heat, but they're saying, well, DC didn't win the game for us, And then what happened to Waller last week? He wasn't catching the ball. Who gets the heat? Everybody's all over DC. It's it takes two to make that play, and I think he gets too much. I like what he did today, man. I'll tell you one thing. A couple of things he did today. He ran the ball. He's been doing that the last 2 weeks. He does have those legs, man, and hopefully what that does, that puts the defense. It makes him think twice, man, whether he's going to run or not. They know he sits in the pocket, so that's why he's able to get those yards. Hopefully, he'll start running the ball a little bit more.
But it also comes down to knowing what, like when he busted that real big run, that was because he saw and he knew the coverage was everybody's on man, so it's easy for him to, get out there. But when you have, we want them to run, but then we're not recognizing that the linebacker is staring right at him, in certain situations. So there's a time to run, and then there's a time not to run.
No, I agree.
And he has to be comfortable enough, again, with the people around him to be able to do that and not get killed. Because we know that if DC gets killed, knock on wood, this season we can pretty much call it a wrap.
Hey, Cool Kev said in here something that I thought about too. I was going to mention in my on my channel too, but they actually in the first drive, you notice they were doing a no huddle. They were running the ball and no huddle. And Cool Kev says the Raiders actually did a no huddle. That's right. You're right, Cool Kev.
I noticed that's too. That's what Carr's best at. No huddling, quick play. And I don't know why McDaniels has gone away from it, because if you notice how he ran the Patriots, right? You would see that most of the time. They would do that a lot, quite frankly, a lot. And that's why I don't get why he changed so much entering this year for the Raiders. But I see he's trying to throw his own twist as a head coach and stuff like that, on honesty. And that's why it's been so complex, right? The system and everything else. But you're starting to see stuff progress. It's progressing everywhere from the offensive line to receivers to the quarterback to the defensive ends to the defensive tackles to the corners to the safety. You're starting to see everyone progress forward. And that fact that we got a dub today and we're looking good as far as progression wise, and hopefully entering Arrowhead, we could show our true identity moving forward, right?
I think they did something different, and it was something that I was kind of pissed off at from last week, and they actually attempted to get some points going into the half. You know what I'm saying? And they did it well this week, where, you know what I'm saying, we got 3, you know what I'm saying? And that 3, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you, that 3 was very key to our win. You know what I'm saying? Like, that 3 held us, you know what I'm saying, outside of the closing touchdown that we got, that kind of closed the door, but that 3 kept us, on
kept
top.
2 scores ahead. Yeah, you're right.
Because we could have won by 5 or whatever, or 2. You know what I'm saying? and again, it was because of that last 3 that we got closing out that first half. So I'm glad that they were aggressive enough to get that done.
Facts. And Laker Nation says, glad we won. But with all these weapons and with all these red zone visits, there's no excuse for us. Have not scored more TDs. We have to clean it up. And that's what I said earlier. I know you just came in, but I'll repeat it again. And I think I'm gonna be saying this all week is the fact that when it comes to the red zone, we keep going for 3, right? But the fact that the offense continues to go downfield and making it there gives me a lot of hope that once they clean that shit up in the red zone, there will be a lot more points on that board, right? Shout out to Joe Estrada. O-line and 28 keep running the ball. Facts, man. And hopefully they don't go away from it. No worries. Week 5, we're getting 2 cornerbacks back. Anthony Irvin, Rocky Sen, Help Hobbs, and Abram and Merrick. And that's the good thing. And Amik stepping up is really helping this depth, right? And we get Sam Webb back and stuff like that. But against KC, we need to win time of possession. That's also the best way to beat them, right? That is the point. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, but you were talking about the goal line. I think the goal line, to be honest with you, is not just on one person. It falls on everybody that's associated with, you know what I'm saying, with us in the red zone. Like there was and I use this example in another live. There was a time where the O line just allowed the running back to get right through, and it blew up Josh Jacobs. That one time where we were like at the 1. You know what I'm saying, in the goal line. So there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. But if they can gel and get closer together, I think some of those woes that we have will, you know what I'm saying, be better. We're getting to the red zone a lot of times, but we just need to make sure that we're cashing in when we get there.
He says, I have to say Carr had 0 scores. We need a red zone game. Field goals won't beat my homie. And when playoffs, the defense is only getting better. If the offense could get red zone games, we can't contend. That's what I've been saying, right? At the end of the day, hey, they clean that up. It's going to look real, real good on this offense. Graham Cam says Zeus. Exactly. I've been preaching Zeus all week, man. Give him the rock. And my brother could confirm he was here, man. Shit, he's outside right now. But he could 100% confirm. I told him, I was like, oh, they need to give a rookie some burn. Why is this Zamir? I was yelling. I was like, why is this Zamir getting some burn? And he's like, I seen him earlier. I was like, he just got 1 pass. Watch. The next run he gets, watch. It's going to be a good one. You see a pitch to the left. That boy runs for more than 15 yards. I'm like, there you go. Exactly. Zamir White is the best bet when it comes to the outside and pitches. That guy's really good in that level.
That was a great design play because again, it was all in its timing because remember, Josh Jacobs has been hot the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It was 3rd and 1. They thought that we were gonna give it to Josh Jacobs right up the gut because again, he's been hot. And then they used Zamir White. They used a 2 running back set, and they, you know what I'm saying, gave that option. So it worked well. And I thought, to be honest with you, when he broke down that sideline, I thought he was going to be gone, but they had a defender back there to make the stop. But I thought as soon as he cut that corner, he was going to take that to the house.
Yeah, he's got speed. I agree with Kyle here too, man. Using Abdullah too, man. We got some running backs back there, man.
Yeah, Abdullah.
With White, Abdullah, and Jacobs. Oh my goodness, running backs.
Please, if you're listening to me, coaching staff, please. Don't play Bolden.
There you go again.
Hey, I was thinking the same thing, bro. I don't think Bolden ain't in no more, bro.
He's slower than Jacob Johnson, man. And then we want to throw screens to him? Really? That's what we want to do with our lives? Please.
Yeah,
I love that he has legacy. You know what I'm saying? I know his grandpa, you know what I'm saying, was a Raider. I understand all of that, but he ain't what he used to be. Please.
Hey, you are not wrong.
Brown crackers.
Sorry. I'm sorry. You know me. I'm usually positive about a lot of things, but please.
Can
we find something else for him to do? Instead of halfback screens, can we maybe give him the ball, you know what I'm saying, 3rd and 1 or something? Maybe he can do some short yardage stuff for us. But please, let's get some speed on our screens.
But even if we use Zeus or we use Abdullah, to kind of keep Josh fresh, man. Those guys they'll run they'll very similar in some ways and are different. Some can catch better in the backfield, like you're saying, but if you keep his legs fresh, man, we can keep him longer. You know what I mean? This is contract year, right? Isn't it, Eric? For Josh
Jacobs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
he's looking to get paid, bro.
I think Fade in this situation, they played Josh Jacobs right. You know what I'm saying? He was the hot man. You know what I'm saying? And with the running back, I wish Gravy was on here because Gravy would be preaching this too. When a man's hot like that, you gotta feed him. You know what I'm saying? And they gave him. Of course they had other guys sprinkled in, but he was the one that was getting most of the touches because again, he was the man that was cooking with the hot grease. You know what I'm saying? And you got to let him cook.
Right.
That's facts, man. And look at, like I said, winning cures everything, right? Winning cures everything. We even got Derek Carr hugging it out with reporters now.
I saw that.
Before.
I think it was Gutierrez, right?
Yeah. Look at he's starting to hug it out with people, bro. Like he's starting. He hasn't got.
I love everybody, bro. Y'all know that?
Winning cures everything, bro.
Hey, is that the dude he told I don't like your conduct?
I don't know if that's. I think that's him. I think that's him.
Who?
I know he told somebody.
Name?
What's the other guy? There's another guy that he dissed. What's his name? Oh my god! Fuck.
Not Paul Gutierrez.
No, it's not. Paul Gutierrez is one of them. He's one of them. He dissed a lot of people.
I saw him earlier in there, but it wasn't him that he hugged though. But I did see him in there.
What's the dude's name?
Something Gutierrez.
Hey, what? Hey, Chad. Who's that dude that DC killed out when he was like, "Yeah, I don't like your conduct."
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but I remember seeing that too.
Was it Paul Gutierrez?
He said Mike Florio.
No,
Florio's not out there at the games, but he does talk a lot of shit though on.
It's a dude with a Latino last name.
It might be Tom Pelissero. I think he's because this guy's Latino too. I think, or no, he's not. Or I think he is.
Oh,
Josh DeBoe?
So what's Paul Gutierrez in? That's
Paul Gutierrez. He just hugged it out with the guy that hates on him a lot. Josh DeBoe, the guy that he just hugged out, that's the guy that ripped Carr into pieces on Twitter and stuff like that. And now they hugged it out. Look at that. See, Carr and Carr haters can hug it out, man. Why can't the nation do that? We always have to go after each other and shit. Look at that. Look at that. There's some hope.
They hugged it out this week, but they'll be at it next week.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, you don't hear the Carr haters talking shit today, though, huh?
Oh, man.
Hey, it's funny, man. It's like we win. You don't hear the Carr
haters. Okay, cool, Kev. Paul, damn it. Paul.
you win the game, right? You win the game, you see less of that. You lose the game, you see a lot of that. So at the end of the day, that's just how it's gonna go. And it's gonna be funny. It's funny, man. It's funny. But overall, I just like that we won, man. We're going against a tough team. At the end of the day, their offense has been struggling. Our offense is struggling. But at the end of the day, our offense ended up scoring more points than them, of course. The defensive touchdown helped a lot. Their defense is no joke, and the fact that we still could rush for that many yards against a defense that hasn't allowed too many points even on the board. Hey, it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling, right? That's soft.
And I think this is motivation too, because again, that whole, like you said, the defense getting that, that fumble and taking it to the house. Zamir White wasn't the one that made the play. You know what I'm saying? Zamir White just got himself to be around the ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that they need to coach with this defense. Hey, I understand if you don't make the play, but you need to be making your way towards the ball because, again, it might fall right to you. And that's what happened to Zamir White. If you watch that play on, if you replay that play, Zamir White was coming up towards the ball, and it literally just it couldn't have fell any better than, right in his hands. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our defense needs to do. Just have that mentality. And they were talking, and I'll say this too, they were talking shit every play, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah, facts. He said, all right, Nation, in the chat, Eric and Penn, I'm going to bounce out tonight. See you during this week. and figure out how to get another win next Monday. You already know, man. Shout out to Anthony Estrada in the Bitter Raider Nation says you mean Amik. It was Amik actually. They said you mean Amik Roberts.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Yep. Tyron Johnson recovered that Keelan Cole fumble on special teams. Yeah, that was something, right? That was something. He said Circus, right? Where's Cash Lord? I don't know where
Looking
Cash
for
Lord.
cash for no.
Right. No signs of him. High Rise 8. What's good, man? You could use Bolden in the red zone. Thought. Uh, yeah. You know what? Because he's so slow, he is a bigger back. Like he could get you like the 1 yard touchdown, and I think that's what we should have utilized in that red zone when Waller caught that pass right at that 1 yard line. It should have been. That's the time that I would say, okay, give Brandon Bolden the touch through the middle right there instead of Josh Jacobs, because then Brandon Bolden could get you that 1 yard. He's that type of back that could get you 1 yard, and that's the yard we needed. But we fucked that one up, right? We get to the 1 yard line and we end up settling for 3, but it's just little things, right? I just can't believe that Britton Brown became inactive again. Neil Farrell got inactivated when they were both healthy. That's kind of making me a little bit like, oh shit, come on, man. But besides that, everything has been looking good. Shout out to Park Hill Raiders Blackout. What's good, man? You already know. Raiders all day. Jacobs just put the pressure on McDaniels. We can't stay away from the run the rest of the season. Now the playbook can officially open up. Facts. Carr missed Adams a couple times in the end zone. Hope they took a look at that, like he didn't see him. What I see at first glance is that there was a lot of miscommunication through those plays, man. I don't know if it was designed for somebody. I think it was designed for somebody, and they didn't look like on the same page. I gotta rewatch the film, of course. I'll get the film by tomorrow, but we'll see how those red zones work, because that's probably one thing I'm gonna be looking at during the film, especially. Who do you think has been the best new addition to the team? I'm gonna give this question first to Twan, and then Fade, and then me. Twan,
Dang.
what is the best new addition? One new addition, the best new addition to this team.
When the question came, I was like, dang, I hope you don't ask me first, because
I know I had to think about that one too.
That's really gonna have to be dang.
If you want, I could take it, and then you could go after.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cornerback, Sin?
I'll go with, and this guy has been making me eat my words, Mac Hollins making plays all over field. I think Mac Hollins is our best new addition to the team. Personally, just based on, I know there's other people on the defense that we gained, but I just feel like Mac Hollins has been impressive so far, especially in special teams, and then in red zones when he gets that chance. The guy has been making plays, and he's been having I think one of the best hands on this team. So I would think Matt Collins is our best new addition to the team, personally. What do you guys think? You got your player yet? Or
I mean, I'm gonna agree with. Okay, I agree with you on that one, Eric. But I also agree with Cool Kev with Munford. With playing that position there. Him being, rookie and being out there and taking that position, man. That's a tough. We've always had a problem at that, right? Protecting Carr. So I'll agree with Cool Kev on it, but I also agree with you with Hollins, man. Someone stepped in once Renfro went out. We found somebody that can come in and step in off the bat, and we're not missing a beat there. Obviously, I would want to say Jones, but he's not the guy right now. That would have been the easiest answer in the beginning of the season, but he hasn't panned out. But I thought he did pretty well today, though. He made some noise, and hopefully he'll get better. But, yeah, those are mine, man. I say Hollins and Munford.
Okay. I'm going to go easy because, to be honest with you, I think just for this game, I think a lot of the guys that really stood out are guys that have been here. You know what I'm saying? The Meek Robinson's been here. You know what I'm saying? The Nate Hobbs have been here. You know what I'm saying? The Jacobs has been here. I'm gonna go with DA. And because I think you guys already took the other guys, and I think with DA, just because of his gravitas, and that's my big word today, the gravitas. His gravitas of people draw him drawing defenses his way. The battle that he had with Surtain was classic. I loved it. And they made, and to be honest with you, there was some things that miscues that they had early, him and DC connecting wise. And I think they corrected that in the second half. So I give props to DA.
I agree with you on that too, Devontae.
Yeah.
That's like an obvious one there, but no.
Yeah, it is. But again, there's not too many. I don't think there's too many other new guys that really stood out in this game. I think a majority of what happened production wise, even though it's a team effort, I think the highlight guys are guys that been here. So
Facts. And he says Adams is helping out Carr out there. Adams is catching almost everything thrown at him, but also Deron Harmon, even though him and Trayvon got beat deep. Harmon has had back-to-back weeks where he, you know, uh, got a takeaway, right? Last week was an interception. This week was a forced fumble. I think overall, when it comes to receivers and quarterbacks, and this goes for any team, right? I think that a lot of receivers need to realize that, especially when receivers coming out of the NFL draft, especially when draft time comes about and we're looking at a receiver, I like to analyze receivers this way as far as their hands and the way they use them on the ball, pause, right? It's not going to always be sunshine and rainbows. The quarterback is not always going to put it to your chest. You got to be able to extend and go to the ball sometimes. And that's what makes you a good receiver, not waiting for the ball to hit your chest all the time, because it ain't going to always be like that. Even with the best quarterback, sometimes the ball is going to be placed either high for you to go grab it or low for you to get it so it wouldn't be an interception. And I feel like Adams, we know, is one of the best receivers in the league, right? So, of course, he's got a good, as far as catching radius and stuff like that. Matt Collins as well. You've seen when Derek Carr throws bullets, Darren Waller's one of those guys that ends up dropping it. Those things can't happen as a receiver or even a tight end, right? You got to be able to get it. And sometimes, like I said, not always is going to hit your chest at the end of the day. You sometimes got to make a play as a receiver or as a tight end. And shout out to G.A. Patriot. Hey, did any of y'all watch the game today? We didn't lose. Facts, right? G.A. Patriot, you already know what it is, G.A. Shout out to G.A. Patriot.
And I agree with you, SC, about the, that's why in the combine they want to see how long you can stretch your arms and all of that, because again, they're trying to factor your catch radius, because they realize that in the NFL, not all passes are going to go right, be delivered right between your numbers. So it's important to have that catch radius, because again, it's not going to come right to you.
And critique, he didn't even throw 200
What's
yards
that,
in week one, right? I think Carr did just enough to win, right? He doesn't have to do too much all the time, and I think when he does too much, we end up losing most games because we're putting a lot on him instead of putting it on our own team, right? Last week he threw for 44 times, right? That can't happen. Use some of those 44 times and give DC a little break and let the run go, and then look at what happens when you give the run go. That doesn't mean that DC's trash and they rather have the run, but that means that, hey, you work both ways, you get a balanced offense, and you end up putting points, right? Circus, Eric is pause, yo. What the fuck? Hey, yo, pause, Terrence. First of all, pause. Circus says you heard that first, ladies and gentlemen.
He and Cool Kev were on
based on how well they handled the ball. Pause. Come on, man. Come on.
What's up, Avocasi? What's up, brother?
You want to pull up Avocasi? I got you, brother. I got about 15 minutes. Come on, go in here. Let me send it to you.
Yeah, pull up Avocasi. Man, Cool Kev and T, man, they're on a roll today, man.
Where is your... What the fuck? Where is Avocasi? There's Avocasi. And my bad, Avocasi, for not joining the other night. I didn't know that you guys were going live at 9:30. I for some reason, I thought it was 9:30 a.m. for some reason. And I was like working on schoolwork and shit like that. And then I went back and I seen, oh shit, it was at 9:30 p.m. My bad.
I missed his,
usually, him and Ozzy usually do it in the early a.m. Usually, so I thought that's what it was. But shit, yeah. But shout out to Avocado. He's about to join us for the last about a couple minutes before we get there. But I'll be live again tomorrow. Monday's mailbag. We're gonna be that's when I'm gonna bring up a little bit of the cons too. Today is more about looking at the positives, enjoying this win, man. We got the win, just win, baby. I'm glad we're out of that 0-5, 0-4 predicament.
Yes,
and now it's on to Arrowhead and go shove an arrow through their head. You feel me?
1-1 in the division. That's all we got, baby. That's what we got. 1-1 in the division.
1-1.
Yeah, we just gotta win the division, man. Good
And let me
point.
show you guys something. Let me give you guys a little bit more of a hope, right? Especially after this win, right? There's a lot of AFC teams that lost today. And guys, remember, we're not only battling our division, but we're also battling the AFC West teams, right?
Conference,
The Bengals end up beating the Dolphins, whatever's, right? The Vikings, that's East. You got the Jets beating the Steelers, right? You got the Jets beating
What?
the
The Jets
Steelers.
beat the Steelers?
Yes, you got the
Holy
Colts lost to the Titans, right? You also got the Chargers that barely hang down. They beat the Texans.
Okay,
You got the Falcons that beat the Browns.
I saw
You
that.
got
Yeah.
the Eagles that beat the Jaguars. You got the Bills that beat the Ravens. You got us beating the Broncos. You got the Packers that beat the Patriots. The Chiefs, I mean, they're smacking on the Bucks. I wanted the Bucks to
NFC
win,
beating NFC
but
then.
hey, the Chiefs are on a roll. And then the Rams and Niners, who cares about that, right? So overall, a lot of teams in the AFC lost today, and that is good because now you got teams like the AFC North. The Browns are 2-2. The Ravens are 2-2. The Bengals are 2-2. The Steelers are 1-3. The Jaguars are 2-2. The Titans are 2-2. The Colts are 1-2.
Oh,
The Texans are all 3-1. The Chiefs are 2-1. They're about to be 3-1. The Chargers are 2-2. The Broncos are 2-2. We're 1-3. The Patriots are 1-3. The Jets are 2-2. And Dolphins and Bills are both 3-1. So overall,
it's wide open,
it
man.
looks like the NFC. It looks like the tougher division. Then it looks better than the AFC. And we thought the AFC would, but hey, like I said, a lot of injuries, a lot of things happening. The Chargers are starting to get injured. You got other teams upsetting other teams. Hey, I'm telling you,
Like the
man.
AFC, we're beating each other up too, though, man. I mean, you know, we're in week 4 already.
Yep,
We're playing each other. We're beating each other up. You know,
that's fact. That's facts. And he says, GA Patriot says, at SC, McDaniels must have heard me shouting at him in Nashville. Pound the damn ball. I'm glad he's been listening, brother. I'm glad he listened to you. I'm glad he listened to us on the panel. I'm glad he listened to the chat. I'm glad he listened to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, because, you know, he probably uses Facebook. No offense to everybody that uses Facebook. And at the end of the day, he listened. Run the fucking ball. That's it. The conference, my bad. The conference is wide open. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just excited that, you know, somebody. I'm not saying McDaniels is watching us, but maybe one of his little interns is watching us and taking some notes, because, you know, we
it might be Josh. It might be Josh Jacobs, man. He might be like, "Hey, man, they're telling me to run the rock. Give me the rock."
Hey, you know, these guys are just doing what's being told. You know what I'm saying? And that's. Like I said, that might be the battle for us, because I think McDaniels really likes to, you know, really pass the ball. But, you know,
what I don't get though, Twan. I mean, we all know we sit down and we watch the game on TV. We know we need a rock. How come these coaches don't know to mix it up? You know, I don't get it. You get all these running backs, and we're all sitting there going, we're all saying the same thing: run the rock. Use Josh. You've got Abdullah. You've got White. You know, and we're like, why aren't they running? You know, the coaches not see that. Someone's got to be telling them, go, hey, man, I might want to run the rock a little bit, because the more Carr throws the ball, the more, you know, there's a possibility he can make a mistake too. You know,
but I'll say this too, and I agree with you. But I'll say this too at the same time. That's like us in life. You know what I'm saying? When somebody might tell us something, but then we're hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? Or we might stick to our own belief, and, you know what I'm saying, in something.
You're right,
it may not even be the right way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they gotta, you know, just us in general. Sometimes we gotta get out of ourselves in order for us to win. You know what I'm saying? And
maybe that's what Mark Davis told him in the meeting last week. He said, you better start running the ball. He did sit down and meet with them, right? He might have told him, you better mix it up.
I don't know how well Mark Davis knows his X's and O's to say run the ball, but I just think that Mark Davis had a conversation with him and just said, hey, you need to fix something. You know what I'm saying? And get it done. And I think when he had that conversation with him, it was like, okay, well, hey, in order to get this done, you know what I'm saying? I gave the ball to Josh Jacobs, and he's cooking.
Who's always kicking it with Mark Davis? Marcel Reese, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he up there? And what is he? A running back? Right? He probably said, "Man, you need to run this ball a little bit more." I'm sure Charles Woodson talks to him too, but man, I'm just glad. Look, it's in a pretty win, but we got the W. Just win, baby. That's all that matters. And then it's just getting better every week. We're just correcting every mistake that we make in each week. Like, I'll admit, Carr didn't have a great first week. He threw 3 picks. But ever since then, he's been doing okay, managing the game okay. But we've made mistakes on defense. In one game, I mean, come on, we're up 20-some points against Arizona, and then we blow that,
Yeah.
So, I mean, every week's been something, but we've been correcting those problems each week. And today, I think we kind of put it together a little bit. And hopefully next week we get it finally together. I want to right the hell out of Kansas City, man. If we get a win against Kansas City and go into the bye, we're all going to be like, we're going to be happy.
I hope so, man. I hope so. And I got somebody backstage, man. You seen him earlier in the chat. Ask for the link, and you already know, man. We're going to get our brothers to pull up. And I'm pretty sure he's in a good mood, man. Hey, we're on a good mood, man, that we fucking won. Hey, my brother from the land down under. Avakazi Raider up in the building. What's good? Avakazi, how are you, brother?
We got Tupac in here, man. What's up, Avakazi?
I don't know. The Raiders feeling like that's got me feeling some type of way. I'm feeling like
there you go, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, I love it. Hey, that shit. Hey,
man.
Yeah.
Hey, Avakazi, let us know, man, what you feel about this game, man. What did you like? What did you see?
You make me want to start smoking, Avakazi.
God damn, it's a good day to be a Raider. That's all I can say. Every day's a good day, but you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't it just brighten up your whole, like, for me, this is the morning. You know what I mean? And to wake up and the first thing I see, I go to the beach, I watch the game on my phone, the team is clicking and firing on all cylinders. Everything is beautiful, baby. I'm feeling peaches.
Hey, Avocado, they say winning is the best deodorant, and I don't know about you, but I smell a little different.
I feel a little different. I smell a little different. I'm feeling I'm looking good. So
I'm
with it for now.
Hey, he said Avakazi Raider. In the building. Hey, I like that one. Shout out to G.A. Pedro. He says the more comfortable our offense and defense gets with the system, the more obvious it becomes that our special teams coach is a problem. The special teams have been a little iffy, but on the other side of us punting and kicking it off, that boy Matt Collins has been a really, really key point to that. Shout out to All Eyes. Shout out to Raider Bob as well. We just have to stay balanced and control that pace of the game. For everybody joining me right now, please hit that like button, man. We're at 50 likes. Let's try to get a 60 up in here. He said we need to improve on blitz recognition and blitz pickup. That's the thing I did see with the offensive line, picking up the stunts, picking up the blitz. But besides that, another little thing they got to clean up, and they're starting to clean it up, and they're starting to clean it up, and they're starting to clean it up. And I'm going to keep saying it. I might have a fucking shirt that says starting to clean it up, because that's what we're seeing week in and week out, even though we lost the last 3 weeks.
And
they've been cleaning shit up.
I think they will clean it up. I think part of it was because of, us finally getting Andre James back, at center.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they can have him, be, healthy and solid there and just solidify who's going to be our starting 5, you know what I'm saying? I think that chemistry on that of those blitz packages and stuff, I think that eventually that will come together. You know what I'm saying? But there again, like I've been saying all over, is that they're all, offensively and just in general, this team is on a slow click, up. You know what I'm saying? We're on an uptick and we're just progressing as we go forward. So
although on that note, I mean, Derek Carr with his wheels today, those were his best plays. Yeah. Like he's finally getting his legs moving, and it's good to see. He's getting that confidence to, if it's not there, don't get happy feet. Just take the lane and just go. And he did that a few times today, which was really good to see.
And you've seen it, right? Last week you seen like a little tiny glimpse, and now you're seeing a little bit more. He's starting to do it.
To get confident again. I mean, after that injury, he used to do that quite a bit in 2015, 2016. He used to run with confidence when there was nothing open, but ever since the injury, it was like it was something upstairs psychologically. And I get that. I mean, taking those hits and the injuries that he suffered, it's going to take a toll. But he's starting to finally find his feet, not happy feet, but the confidence to just take off and go. And that was good to see today. That was good to see. Probably his best plays today.
Facts. And that's the thing, right? I want to see more of that. He's starting to do it more day in and day out, right? And Raider Bob, what the fuck is wrong with you? But I appreciate
on
that,
6.
brother. He said, I'm trying to tune in, but I'm at a Slipknot concert and it's loud. There's no way in hell right now you're watching me at the Slipknot
No way.
concert, bro. Hey, that Slipknot concert gets hectic. I never been to one, but I seen videos. I even seen the documentary on those guys.
Those guys are crazy.
Hey, there's no room for you to have a phone in your hand right now listening, bro. But fuck, hey, shout out to
Hey,
you.
the Raiders won today. I mean,
I know
wherever
that
you're at,
boy.
whatever's going on, you're gonna make time. Salute to you.
Hey, he can't hear
guys
anything
talk
off
about
of
the
what
Raiders,
just
you know?
said.
He might
He
be on
probably
the
didn't hear
shitter, man.
anything off
He might be on the
said.
He
shitter.
can't hear
He was
anything that
probably
we
like,
said,
yeah,
dog.
Raiders won. He was like,
He just sees our heads moving, mouths moving.
shout out to Raider Bob, man. I appreciate
He's on
that,
6
man.
right here. AR looks like Australia's most wanted.
Hey,
I'm
love
feeling some type of way. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
the Kazi
And yeah,
Raider.
only
This
God
is
can
most
judge me.
wanted.
All lies for sure.
Hey, I love it, man. I have to put that, man, on the show. Australia's most wanted. That shit is funny. And shout out to Hobbs with the damn sack too. I'm glad they're blitzing, man. Hey, Hobbs, that was a great sack, man. And hey, pause. Wait, pause. I just realized that. But hey, I like what's going on, man.
Can I give a quick shout out to a guy I've been on, you've been on, a few of, probably all of us, maybe not you, Twan, but Amig Robertson. Man, he's been showing up like of late, and to make that play, like taking it to the house. Hey, I mean, it kind of bothered me at the first, like early in the game. Did you notice he was jawing with I think it was Jerry Judy? Or who's that water? Is it Judy?
Yeah. Judy's number 10.
Yeah. I mean, he slipped and he gave up that big catch and he's jawing. I was like, what are you doing jawing when you've just like given up a big play? But you know, he actually came right, and
that was a game changer right there.
Yeah, you know, shout out to him. I mean, I'm happy to admit I was wrong. He's coming around, and he's making plays and he's doing well for himself. So salute to me.
Hey,
and he wouldn't have that opportunity if you know, some of the guys weren't hurt, right? Some of the guys. So it's good that for him to step up.
He was there at the right time, right? Harmon makes that hit.
Right,
you see the ball pop up. Even Meek didn't know. He was like, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, shout out to Harmon to make the play, but you know, again, like Amik had to. I mean, he ran the ball back like he was a return. You know, like
returner, like he was making people miss tackles. Like he was like, I gotta get this ball in the end zone. Nobody's gonna stop me. And I like that about Amik. You know, even though he did have a couple bad plays, he came back with good plays, and that's what I like to see from a guy.
Like
bounce back.
Don't
get your morale down. Don't get sad. Don't get mad. You fuck up. All right, next play. On to the next play. And that's what I like to see about these guys, right? Vance City says, SC, check your Instagram messages. What an absolute beauty. Let me see what beauty you're talking about.
And by no means, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, you know, I was kind of pro, you know, I was pro Amik, you know what I'm saying? But by all means, I'm not saying Amik is going to be a starter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that he's, you know, getting some looks and he's improving, you know what I'm saying?
He's making things happen.
And it's showing, you know what I'm saying? He's stepping up when his number's called, and that's all you can ask for, you know, someone that honestly is probably like our fifth corner on our depth chart.
Who, Amik?
Yeah, fourth, I think
he's a fourth. I think he's the fourth. Yep.
Yeah. The knock on Amik was like, you know, sorry to cut you off, like that a lot of us, including myself, was saying that he tends to be in the right position. He just never makes plays. Well, these last 3 weeks, he's been most definitely been making plays, whether it's been run stuffing or whether it's been an interception or a forced fumble or taking it to the house. Like he's been making plays. And you know, I like to admit, I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong about something. And I was most definitely wrong about Amik. And I'm happy to admit that. And it's great to see that he's showing up.
Facts. And I got you, Vance City. I have it backstage, the share screen. Vance City sent me something. I didn't even know Illuminor did this, but Illuminor came out on Twitter and he came out and he apologized for his fault, which is crazy. You don't see that often. He goes, big win. I apologize for the false start. I'll get that shit right. Raider Nation showing out today. Hey, go ahead, clean it up, man. I want to see it. Hey, you said it. Let's see you clean it up, man, because that's been the only thing with the offensive line. Picking up the blitz, the stunt, but also the penalties. And he said, I apologize. And he said for the false start, and I'll get that shit right. Hey, Illuminor, show me, man. A lot of people don't have that much confidence in you, but show us, man. It's one thing to talk, it's one thing to walk it. And hopefully you get it right, bro. Because once we clean those things up and we clean up everything else, oh my God.
That's good.
Sky's the limit,
Acknowledging
bro.
it, though. That's good.
Yeah, I'll tell you who has been a pleasant surprise under the radar on that line is Alex Bars. He's actually been
The bars,
pretty
right?
good.
Yeah.
I noticed a
stepped
few
up
times
today.
he's been opening up holes. His pass protection has been pretty decent for a guy who, like, none of us thought it would have a chance to even
We
make
weren't
the
even talking
roster.
about him
I
beginning
mean,
of
I
the season.
saw some signs in preseason, but, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's been given the opportunity to come back to the roster and start, and he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, and I've been ripping Alex Bars apart the past few weeks, but today he did step up. He was one of those guys I was out there, cleaned up the things that I hated him that he did last week and the weeks before, but now he's cleaning that shit up and looking better. And I could see
He's
why
better
they had
today.
him start,
Yeah.
right? I seen why they had him start. I'm glad Parham is starting as well in that guard position because he's been really well. Andre James, I'm glad he's back, man, because he really made a
Munford, too.
factor in this game. Munford
sure.
had that one slip up, but besides that, he started getting to go. Luminar had that slip up too, like you just seen. Colton Miller did have a penalty, but besides that, the offensive line is starting to gel, and I love to see it. Right?
Yeah,
But
I think Andre
that
James
Miller-
showed why he should be the starter. Like, a lot of people are calling for Parham to take over that role, but I think James most definitely has that spot solidified. And Parham will get his chance to start somewhere on the line, but for now, I think James is the guy. Sorry, Twan.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that what it looked like to me was with Colton Miller when he got that penalty, him down the field, he was just he didn't know what the play was because the play was a pass and he went off like it was a run. You know what I'm saying? So that was really on him. You know, getting the call right, whether it was, you know, an adjustment or whatever the situation may be. He didn't catch that information.
I'll tell you what else I liked. You know that play where Max Crosby got the sack on the stunt? I mean, shout out to Cleve Farrell. Like, I mean, a lot of that was because Cleve Farrell stunted in, took those two defenders out of the play, and Crosby was able to go around and make the sack. Like, Cleve Farrell is another guy. I maybe am the loudest in the room when it comes to being critical because I want to see more. He's not lighting the house on fire, but, you know, he's contributing. He's doing okay. So another guy I want to give some flowers to. I get critical of at times. So, Cleve Farrell.
Yeah, I think Cleve is playing. I think Cleve is playing to where he actually is. You know what I'm saying? As a player, I don't think he was ever going to be that number one. You know what I'm saying? Draft type of guy. That was on us. You know what I'm saying? Picking him that high, but I think where he is where he is going to find a place is being that solid rotational defensive end and being a solid player in that being a back.
He's not a guy who's going to light it up on the stat sheet, and it was a mistake to draft him to be that guy. And I've been critical of, you know, at number 3, like, you know, you don't draft there for a rotational piece, you draft there for a centerpiece. But at least now it seems like the coaching staff understand that. Cleve Farrell understands that. They know his role. Like, okay, he's not going to be this, but this is what he can do, and they're utilizing him to that. And it's good to see that he's at least contributing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And he says 200 plus rushing yards doesn't happen without the hugs in front. And last week the rushing yards that we gained, I was a little bit like, you know, it was more of Josh Jacobs because he had to make the most of the offensive line collapsing. But this week you seen gaps upon gaps, you know, creating the lanes for him, and I like that, man. That if that happens, shit pops up. Even on the pitches, right? Everybody's blocking. Waller looked like a great blocker today. Well, not a great blocker, but he looked like a good enough blocker today. I always like to bring up the one play of Zamir White when he got pitched. You see Darren Waller, he grabbed the guy and he just pushed him all the way to the edge, and that lane was wide open, right? So I like to see stuff like that. And I'm glad that you know, we're learning as time progresses, and we're learning. And now that we got a win under our belt, this gives us a little bit of morale boost. It gives us a little bit of a boost entering Arrowhead, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we most definitely needed that morale boost for sure. I mean, we couldn't afford to lose this game going into Arrowhead. At least now we've got something to work with.
Facts. And
I got something to play for too. Think about it, man. We just got a win. Now we got another divisional game. We win this weekend, or Monday night. Man, that changes everything. Think about it. We'll have 2
Kansas
wins
City
in
right
our
now.
division.
Yeah, Kansas City's looking good right now. Even though the
What's the
Bucks look
score
like
on
they
that one,
can't.
Eric?
It's 41-31.
Oh,
Kansas
wow.
City is winning right now by 10 in this 2-minute warning. It looks like Kansas City is going to take it, but 41 points. Ooh. That PF changes hits different tonight. Mark Davis, there you go. That was like the scene in Blindside. Yeah, it was. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. Linemen love to run block. Let's keep the run game going. Facts. That's what Clee always has done. He took the double T so others could eat. Facts. Raiders were wide, baby. At least Parham fixed it afterwards. Facts. And Raider Nation has the best fans in nationwide and worldwide. Facts. At least we're going into next week with one in the win column. And that's the thing, right? The good thing with the Chiefs, right, is that, they're coming out of playing Sunday Night Football, right? They're coming out of a crucial game right now. They look like they're battling out there, man. I'm not watching the game, but just based on what I seen earlier in the first quarter, second quarter, they're out there just shooting out each other and stuff like that. And I think that's the best way to beat them, right? You got to outshoot them. And I think it's good that our defense is starting to come alive because we desperately need that against Patrick Mahomes in that offense, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Raiders room. He said 8-2 when Jacobs rushes over 100 yards. That's facts.
Our
But
defense hasn't been doing too bad, though, if you really think about it. I mean,
what the
What
that
was
shit
that?
scared the shit out of me. That shit scared the shit out of me. What the
was that Abakasi?
Yeah, that was me. That was
Hey,
my first.
it was the gangster, you know what I'm saying? It was the
the
gangster.
Oh
Rico,
my
right? It was the Rico.
It wasn't me.
Oh,
It wasn't what I
shit.
meant.
I was like, what the fuck is going on in my house? I was about to be like, what the
This
fuck?
shit was loud.
It was a fire.
I peeped it. I peeped it as soon as it went off. I was like, yeah, they're going off of Cosby.
My
I
bad.
didn't
I'm
peep
sorry.
it
guys.
until I seen his. He went. I was like, oh shit, it was Avakazi. And shout out to Circus Raider. He says, we partying in the Bunny Ranch tonight. Use code SC Experience for a 10% discount. That's facts. Shout out to Circus. Raider Coach just says, hey, Fade, not it matters,
right,
but
Graham,
Pittsburgh
was.
had that 16 codes in its history. You thought there was only 3 in their history.
No, there's only 3 head coaches in Pittsburgh's history, Kojo. Not 16. We're talking about 3 head coaches. Tomlin.
Oh yeah,
Noel,
they had 3. They had 3 in the last few decades.
Yeah, Noel
Shout out to
and
Cower.
Yeah, those 3. So I'm not sure, Kojo. And
Oh,
by
I
the
think he's
way,
talking
how
about
you doing,
history.
Kojo? Good to see you, brother.
I think he's talking about history.
Salute, Kojo.
I don't know anything about the Steelers, I'm be honest. I just know that they had 3 head coaches for a very long time.
Well, there was a discussion. I was on a live, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but that came up about the Steelers, and I had said that they only had 3 coaches. Someone said they had 4, and I go, no, they only had 3. And I talked about how many we've had in the last 10 years. We had 3 just last year, if you really think about it. Oh, they have been.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise has had 16 head coaches throughout its history. Yeah, it's just they had really 3 long ones in the past few decades. That's the only difference. But yeah, he said that was Tupac holla at me. There you go. My fucking ears, bro. I have
bad.
headphones on. Hey, he got scared. Circus probably was like,
You got scared. Go to church. It was an accident.
Oh no, you are gonna get copyright strike. No, I'm not. That was like
I think it has to go
half a
15 seconds if you
Yeah.
to get copyright strike.
Super Bowl era. There you go. What are the keys to beating KC? I got you, Joel E. Once I do the preview in the upcoming week, but I would say right off the bat, continue doing what works and have a balanced offense and make sure that you put points on the board in the red zone. You got to clean that up. But that's probably the main keys. But I'll have more keys later on, brother. We can beat the Queens. No, that's fact. They're not unbeatable. They're beatable. Keep Mahomes off the field and elevate the run game. Get Zeus involved. The defense is 100% beatable. It is. They got a lot of rookies on that team, on that defensive side of the ball. And that's the one thing we need to take care of, right? We need to take advantage of. Shout out to Roasted Raider. If you guys can hit that like button for me. But we got about 2 minutes. I want to hear I'm going to give everybody the floor, however long they want to rant about today. Well, not rant, but talk about today's game. I'm going to first start off with Twan and then go Avakazi and then Fade. What you think, Twan? Give me all your thoughts, man. Every single thought that you have left, man, about the game today, man, and what you liked, or if you want to throw an MVP in there, you can. Anything, brother.
Yeah, I just think we played. This is the first time that we played a full, a full 4 quarters. of football. And not just a full 4 quarters, but a full 4 quarters of complementary football. Our offense helped our defense. I was kind of, to be honest with you, a downer for me. What was our special teams? I wasn't too happy with our special teams, and we can look at that later on because again. I just saw the game once, but my homework is watching this game at least 2 more times and then looking at, all 22, after I make my assessments and stuff like that. But again, it's a win. I'm happy. I'm not worried about, if DC threw a touchdown or whatever the situation may be. We got to win. We cleaned up enough to get it done. And like I said earlier, in all the other lives previous to today, there's something was lit when Mark Davis talked to McDaniels, and something also was lit when the players had a meeting, and they both responded to the call. So I'm happy about it. I'm coming off a win, and like everybody says, with their food, the brown crackers taste a little different today.
There you go. Shout out to Purple and Gold before I let Avikazi go on this one. Salute SC, big week for us. Dodgers won last night. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Dodgers 100. Woo! We making history over there. Lakers preseason starts tomorrow. Lakers, get your shit together. And the Raiders gotta win. There you go, Purple and Gold Raider, man. There you go, brother. You already know. No fade. No. Put your shirt down. Get that dirty ass Warriors out of here. Anyways, now we go on to Avikazi Raider, man. Give us all your thoughts, Avikazi. Every single one, man. I'm gonna let you have.
I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I'm gonna quote one of my favorite Tupac songs since I'm feeling some type of way.
Australia.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight Raider. You donkeys don't want to fuck with me.
Yeah, you already know.
That's it. Just win, baby. By any means. Hopefully, this is the first of many more to come. Just win, baby.
That's facts. And fuck you, Kuka. What the hell? Dodgers, Giants, same thing. What the hell? Anything else? Any MVPs you want to give out?
Whole team.
There you go.
The whole team. Apart from a few miscues, a small little period where the play calling was a little bit suspect in between that third and fourth quarter, and some big busts in coverage. We were asking for a complete performance, and for the most part, it was. And it was a balanced performance, which we'd been asking for too. So no complaints from me, just win, baby.
There you go, man. There you go. And before we get there, Terrence, yes, there hasn't been a team to win. Well, we're the first NL team to win 109 games since 1909. 1909 was the last time any team. So yes, Dodgers are making history technically. We still have to win the World Series though. It won't matter if we don't win the World Series. But now that we got Avikazi there, we're gonna go with fade to black. Give us everything, brother.
I'm gonna echo a lot of what Twan's comments, man. I mean, actually, both of them, they hit a lot of good points, man. So, I would give the MVP to the team. I think it was a team effort, and like what Twan said, whatever was said behind closed doors between Mark and the coach and the team meeting, But what I liked was seeing a more balanced offense, the running and all that, and the defense really impressed me. I'm glad that we got a defensive touchdown, man, because we haven't had anything like that in a while. It's been a minute, man. So yeah, these guys I can't say any better than what these two guys already said, man. Thanks for having me on, Eric.
Hey, of course. You got any MVPs?
You fade.
Yeah, the team, man. I'm gonna agree with. I can't just give it to one person. I love what Josh did. I mean, Jacobs. But I think he has that opportunity every week if they give him the ball. But today they gave him the ball, and look what he can do. Carr didn't make any mistakes. He managed the game properly. The defense, I mean, it's a whole team thing, man. And I'll give it to Josh McDaniels for at least running the rock a little bit, but he should be doing that anyways,
That's facts. And Cool Kev, yes, I get it. They were the Brooklyn Dodgers, but still, the Dodgers are Dodgers, motherfucker. Stop hating. Anyways, now we're going to go out to me. You feel me? This right here, we won. Just win, baby. You already know. Hey, maybe that lightning strike behind the Legion did something to the team too. Maybe it struck something. But at the end of the day, I know I'm happy. Everybody's happy, man. It just feels good. It just feels like a little bit of the weight is off the shoulders. And if we can and get a win at Arrowhead, I feel like the weight will completely be off my shoulder. I don't know about you guys, but right now a little bit of weight is off the shoulders. I could breathe. I could relax a little. I'm glad we got a win. And I know people would say you guys are still 1-3, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's better than being 0-4. And now we got a higher percentage in making the playoffs than what we did before. So it's good overall. I like the team. They played full quarters, played everything. Overall, I love what I see from Josh Jacobs. I knew he had it in him. I know he's that type of back, and look at what he did. Give Zamir White some more burn. Matt Collins has been doing his thing. Darren Waller had a bounce back game besides that one drop pass. Besides that, this offensive line is gelling. Derek Carr starting to be mobile. I love it. On the opposite end, Amik Robertson, you're starting to make me eat my words week in and week out. Starting to. You're not fully yet there because you have been getting burned a little, but you're starting to learn the NFL process because I know you were still in that little college. I could tell in that college, but it's different in the NFL and you're starting to get it going. And I love it, man. And we need you out there, man. The way you've been playing, you got to keep playing like that. I'm glad that we did this without Renfro. We did this without two of our starting corners, and we're about to get them all back heading into Arrowhead. So that's some positives. We're most likely going to get Foster Moreau back, and I love to see our team starting to get healthy again. And if Anthony Averett most likely might not play next week, which is good because, hey, bring him back after the bye and let's make a push in the middle of the season. But besides that, this was the boost this team needed. And at the end of the day, just win, baby. MVP. I'm going to be a little different than everybody. I'm going to have one on offense, one on defense. Josh Jacobs gets the game ball for me on offense. On defense, I'm going to give it a Max Crosby because that guy's a motherfucking beast. And I can't say it enough, bro. This guy, I'm so fucking happy that we locked him in for a very long time. This guy's going to be a phenomenal. I'm not going to say he's got the potential to be a Hall of Famer the way he's going as trajectory goes. And I can't wait to see that, man. But yeah, let me put this back here. But yeah, so you already know what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. And you already know, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right. Cruising through my neighborhood on a warm summer night type of deal, right? So hey, remember it's Breast Cancer Awareness month as well. That's something I wanted to bring up. And I'm gonna say in general, cancer in general, it's a tough thing, man. I know some of us go through that, and others, have seen people go away, pass away. And I know I have and others have. And at the end of the day, like I said, they're one of the strongest fighters out there. And we got to keep pushing awareness for this. Whatever you can, go donate everywhere. And also, just in general, same thing as Twan always likes to say, man, be a donor as well, man. That helps a lot of people, man. Please do. And I can't wait for Twan to go on his trip, man, that he's going to have soon. And we already know, man, we sending blessings your way, Twan. You already know, man, we got you here. And everybody, remember that tough times never last, but tough people do. And I know everybody on my panel, in the chat, and in Raider Nation, and in general, is tough people. We can all get through tough times, man. And at the end of the day, they never last long. So on that, man, hey, we won. We won. It feels good. I don't know what else to say, man. It feels good. I'll be back live tomorrow. Hey, let them know where they can find you guys. Fade. Let them know where they can find you, brother.
Fade to Black on YouTube and Fade to Black 03 on IG. Yeah, Terrence didn't throw my my link out there. He threw everybody else's but mine. But it's okay, Terrence. We're a real good team.
My condolences, Terrence. To everybody that lost somebody. He said, yup, I lost 5 family members to cancer this year, man. And, Terrence, we got you, brother. And we got everybody that's had a loved one.
Yeah, I lost my father 2 weeks ago to cancer. So, yeah.
First you too, brother.
You, man. Also, before we go to Avakazi, Fade, also add anything, man. You want to piggyback on anything I said about cancer and just in general, man? Anything you want to send? Any positive vibes you want to send out there? Or you're good, Fade?
No, I think you pretty much said it, man, because I was going to piggyback and talk about, like with Twan, too. And he even said, if you're, even at the DMV, don't, donate, be a donor, little things like that. But prayers to Terrence and to you, Afakasi, and everybody out there has lost a loved one. Prayers to all you guys, and I'll be praying for you guys, man. Look, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, right?
Facts.
So,
Facts. Tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah, tomorrow's not guaranteed. So I appreciate spending time with you guys because time's the most precious gift you can give anybody, right? Because that's something you can't get back. So this time I spent with you guys, I can't get this back, and I appreciate it, and that's why I'm really critical who I jump on and talk to, and I love all you guys, and thanks for having me on, brother.
Of course, brother. Kazi, go ahead, man. Let them know where to find you and any words you want to give out there, man.
Look, before I get into that, just to touch up on what you guys are saying, like some things are bigger than us talking about Raider football and all that. I mean, there's a lot of issues in regards to mental health, cancer, being a donor in Twan's case, and all that stuff that's going on in America with the hurricane going through. I mean, I know there's a few of us content creators that are actually caught up in that. So, prayers to everybody who's going through that. Snoop's just said it best. Fuck cancer. I mean, do we need to say any more? It's a motherfucker of a disease in that, but it's I guess it's a shameful part of life, but we've all been affected by it in some way. I most recently lost my father to it, so yeah, it's a motherfucker, and hopefully someday somehow we can find a way to overcome it. But until then, like it's as he said, Fade. Time is the most precious thing that you can give anybody. Like all these other things in life, they come and go, but time you can't get back. You know what I mean? So if you can, like with your loved ones, the people you care about, always try to make time to take time, if you know what I'm saying. But in regards to where you can find me, I mean, my name's right there. S.C Raider, that's my YouTube channel. I get active, sometimes on Saturdays, sometimes during the week, but that's my name on YouTube and when I'm gaming as well. So thanks for having me on, Eric. It's a good day to be a Raider, and hopefully this is the start of the ascension for us to get to that higher plane where we should be. So
yes, sir.
Correct. You already know, man. Hey, Twan, go ahead, brother.
Yes Sir Outdoors is on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Yes Sir Outdoors. I'm gonna mix it up. Thank you, Eric, for having me on the show again. Blessings to everybody that's under the sound of my voice. I say this, and everybody said about being a donor and stuff like that, but I'm really about this, and people that know me know that I'm about this. Tap in, you know what I'm saying? Check on somebody, ask somebody how they're doing, you know what I'm saying? If that person, if that crosses your mind or hits your heart, you know what I'm saying? Hit them up, however you can hit them up, check on them, you know what I'm saying? And do that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you can show love. If you need to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me on IG at Twan, TWUAN. If you want somebody to talk to, I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. I can check on you, but you can also check on me. You know what I'm saying? So let's do that. Let's be about that. And again, I ditto everything that my brothers have said before me, because all those things are important. Blessings to each and every one of you guys. And again, I can only speak for myself, but love to each and every one of you guys for real.
Of course, man, bro. You already know, man. At the end of the day, nation's a family. At the end of the day, we're all family, man. I consider everybody family, man. Nobody's just, on YouTube, it's considered a subscriber because that's just how the name is. But I wish I could rename the subscriber to family instead, but I can't do that. I think you can do it on Twitch or some shit, but I can't do it here. But anyways, hey, like I said, I said everything I had to say, man. My panel did too. I appreciate my panel hopping on, everybody in the chat hopping on, in the chat and interacting. And guys, and in fact, okay, life is long and hard, especially being a Raiders fan. Goddamn. But
wouldn't have it any other way.
Exactly, man. And like I said, man, not only on the football aspect, but outside of football, I know everybody's tough, and then we all got each other. And you guys can follow me on IG, SC Experience, or on Twitter, at SCEXP21, or on Discord. You could private message me if you guys want to go. If you guys are going through a tough time, want to talk or anything. I got every single one of you guys, man. Also, I've been a big advocate. I know this doesn't have to do with some of the things we talked about today, but I've been a big advocate for two things: mental health. That's been something that's been near and dear to my heart. Lost a lot of people to taking their own lives and all that stuff, and I was one of those that was suffering through stuff like that. So if you guys want any help or anything, man, I know I'm younger than a lot of people, but I am pretty knowledgeable in a lot of those things, right? But also another thing I advocate for is drinking and driving. Please don't drink and drive. That's the number one thing. That's also where I lost a lot of people as well. Do not drink and drive, whatever you do. And if you're around me, if I can't pick you up, I will personally buy you an Uber. And like I always like to say, that is not no flex. That is nothing. That is just real shit. And I'm trying to look at. I rather spend $20 or 16 or whatever than for me to hear news that you guys passed away or something, you know. So
there's $10-$20 that could potentially save either your life
Save
or
a life.
somebody else's
Yep.
life.
Yeah, Eric, that's deep, brother. And you know how to get a hold of me too if you got,
No,
if you ever
yeah,
need someone to talk to, brother. You know that.
Yep, we all
Sure.
family, man. Like I
It
said,
goes for all of you, man.
I'm gonna do what I did a couple weeks back. I hit up everybody behind the scenes, even some of the people that watch me, and I'm gonna do that again. I know Twan does it a lot, and a couple other people do it a lot too. But I'm gonna do it again. I did it twice already. I'm gonna do it the third time this month. I don't know what day, but just
How come you didn't reach out to me, man?
I think I did. I did. I swear I did. But I swear
Eric,
I did.
can I
But
just take a
I'm
moment just to say
Yeah,
something
man.
real
How
quick?
come I'm not on that list, man? I'm not on your VIP list. What the fuck?
Hey,
I'm
thanks.
kidding,
Go
man.
ahead,
I'm messing
Ozzy.
with you.
I
Twan
just
didn't
want
get
to
a hold of
say,
me either, man.
I
Go
just
ahead,
want to
go ahead.
say, with everything that we're talking about, and everything that you're talking about, I just want to take a moment just to say you are a real motherfucker for the age that you're at, and it's your maturity and your genuine demeanor and all that. Is beyond your years. Like, I mean, I look at myself when I was your age, and you know what I mean. Like, you're a real motherfucker. That's all.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And
Look it up on Kasi, man.
Cool Kev, yes, Cool Kev, I talk to you practically what the fuck? All right, anyways, before people stop saying I didn't reach out to them, I will reach out to you this time if I didn't get to you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I said, man, right now, for me personally, life has been better, has been good. And hey, it's positive vibes on this side at the SC experience, you feel me? On that note, I just want to say I don't remember being 21 because I'm 21. Everybody, if you have, you're smoking something or have a drink like a juice, apple juice, anything, raise it up right now. Fade or anybody, if anybody has anything, juice, anything, or just wants to pretend, raise it up right now. Cause I'm gonna take a shot over here. Victory shot for the Raiders, man, or smoke or anything for everybody, man. On a count of three, I want everybody to do it, man. On 1, 2, 3, Raiders all day, baby.
Woo! I'm just playing. I don't even drink. But yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. I don't know where he went. I guess he got too drunk and
He went off camera. When he takes off camera, it just takes you to completely off. What happened to
What do you mean by
Ern, man?
that, Cool Kev? Don't get too heavy.
I don't know what the fuck happened to my StreamYard. But we're here. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to everybody. Or water. Facts. Or water. Oh, water.
What's Cool Kev saying there?
water
Avakashi don't get too big, heavy dog.
I don't know what you mean by that, but I said what I said. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Hey,
So
Cool
you got
Kev always
something
says that.
with
Hey, Cool Kev is one of those people that try to humble me all the time. I know how Cool Kev is. He's funny.
I know. I love you,
Kev
Cool
is funny.
Kev. You know.
But anyways, shout out to everybody, man. Blessings. Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. And you guys are also tough people. On that note, y'all, have a great night, great weekend, and see you tomorrow, y'all.
We got that W, baby. Let's go.
And all day, every day, man. Peace out. Just win, baby.